So ladies, why do guys give you a test drive? And by test drive, you mean generally trick you into sleeping with them by pretending like they want a relationship with you when they're not sure if they do, and they're not even sure if they want a relationship, and they're pretty sure they want to continue to look at gobs and gobs and gobs of pretty women for so much time that they just really kind of love them anyway for life, and they don't want to give up that fantasy life with that woman, or all those women more specifically. Honestly, it's the same reason, kind of. It's less polite, though. So they want to judge you by your genitals? Yes. So this is all kind of random. Why are you telling me this? Because, women and men are kept on separate algorithms. And you really don't know how weird and perverse these men are, ladies. I see you out here with your 4B and your youthful content creator spirits. And I'm like, you really don't understand. They're kind of worse than what you're saying. And women who are my age and older don't really necessarily have a firm grasp on what the fuck rape culture even is. And it is fucking toxic. So many fucking old men and old women are still rape apologists. And these men are out here looking at content that is literally horrible for society, and looking at these horribly toxic males as fucking leaders because algorithms drive engagement to sell advertising dollars, and they just want the biggest emotional roller coaster out of their users, particularly here on Meta. And all of the social media companies and corporations working in collaboration and constant plausible deniability, because legalese also wrecks the world. This is also wrecking the dating world, because it's teaching men, especially young men who are not yet tied down and will probably become part of the male loneliness epidemic if they're not already, because of their nasty political habits alone. How are we supposed to solve the divide between men and women in the world to get us to world peace? We have so much freaking work to do, and it involves fixing dating. And yeah, it's primarily heterosexual dating that happens to be on my mind, but I see why women are turning lesbian in droves. Men, it's your fault, and you like it. And then you don't have real world relationships that are meaningful. You have parasocial relationships with people who don't really want to talk to you and probably pay bots to talk to you. Is this what you want for the world, men? Because you don't want to vote in favor of women and children? And if you're not voting in favor of women, you're not voting in favor of children. Because women are children's primary caregivers and protective caregivers most of the time in most of the world. So mostly you're just damaging women and children if you don't vote to protect women. And if you don't vote to protect women and children in a way that is not egalitarian, but literally puts them on a safety pedestal, we will keep you safe. We will meet your needs as humans, because men have been ensuring that human needs have not been met by all manner of propaganda and systemic abuse of all sorts of people for all time. And that's the history of governance up until now. And when are women supposed to just shut the fuck up and get to work and act like everything's fine when we're living in this world that is completely fucking fucked up? And most women have to keep their jobs to keep the money coming in, so they can't really say how they feel online. And then women do say how they feel online, and they're fucking suppressed because it's not advertiser friendly. And this is not a short little package. But how do you start talking to women about how perverse men really fucking are, and how bad social media companies are making it? And how do you get this message out when social media companies don't want to stop the cycle that leads to them selling more advertising. It's literally a click farm. They literally profit off of women being forced to receive DMs from men because they pretend like male free will involves allowing males to use all the social media platform DMs as engagement forms, including unwanted flashing, because men are confused that women may actually like dick pics. But as a woman who gets judged for her looks and her fucking genitals all the fucking time, I can assure you, ladies, if you want to do the same for you, go ahead, because that's what men are doing to you. And they're probably just trying to give you a test run to see if you have pretty genitals, or like send your photos to see if your genitals are not the kind of genitals that irritate them, but the kind of genitals that turn them on, and may possibly turn them on for an extended period of time. And that's a high bar to meet for some of these men, but they don't care. They'll try you on and they'll try you out. And they'll fucking waste your time. And they don't fucking give a shit about your fucking low body count, or that you fucking deeply fucking care about your low ass body count. Because they're going to lie to you by admission. They're going to imagine a fantasy with you. They're going to imagine a fantasy life forever, how brief this time period is. And during that time, they're imagining this fantasy life with you. And they're imagining that you're potentially their dream girl. They're going to be saying all the nice things. And don't worry, all the social media apps sell men keyboard apps that manipulate women into sleeping with men by telling women what they want to hear from men. And like, women have no place to go to complain about this because the social media companies are profiting from this. And also, women don't always know about it. Like, we see the Flirtonic keyboard apps for women, too. And it might be worth it. But, like, I would need it on absolutely every app so I could gain enough money to actually meet my financial needs as a human. Yeah, because men won't vote or create systems at scale uniformly or allow women to do said thing to actually benefit society at scale. Like, how do I fit this in a neat little fucking happy reel that actually gains traction and gets seen? I don't fucking know. How do I chop all this up? I don't know. You freaking social media companies that do so much for so many should go out of your way to conquer and divide and make long-ass rants more digestible. And actually just prolific amounts of content creation actually available, especially to people who are willing to be an open book online and pour their heart and soul out on camera. Like, you need protections for every kind of person. Most humans are more naive than they should be for the amount of scamming the systems fucking allow. Like, why do we even allow the fucking dark web? But, like, the deep state doesn't try to shut it down. They protect the people that benefit from it. The Epstein class. And women are supposed to shut the fuck up, put on a happy face, be soft girl, not be in their masculine energy, and get paid and make enough money and also somehow get money from men that men don't even have because men continue to vote or just not vote, which is also a complete and total epic failure. For policies that actually benefit the lives of all of humanity and all of society and every generation. And men, most of y'all don't fucking listen to women. So you need to change the leadership to the men who do listen to the women. This requires algorithmic and societal changes on epic scales, men. If I had to say anything with my Grateful Dating app, it would be men. Change the world for the better. Listen to women. And also, know yourselves better and realize the psychology you're using and you're doing and the ways you're letting yourself off the hook for treating women like absolute fucking shit so you can put your dick in her pussy. How the fuck would you know? Well, A, I'm a content creator of all sorts, which makes dating difficult. Not that I wasn't incredibly picky to obscene of levels to begin with. So anyway, I was just thinking about all of this because I was like thinking about this guy that I like knew from like childhood, and like I was so turned off. He was shirtless, like he was jogging one day, and I just like happened into him on the sidewalk or whatever in the small town I grew up in, and I didn't like his nipples. Like, at all. Like, I found them such a turnoff. Like, I find ugly nipples a turnoff. Like, so many men have a specific fetish about what kind of nipples they like. Like, I have glorious areolas that are, like, a fetish lover's dream. But, like, how do I even find that right culture? I don't know. And if you're a man who only likes excessively gorgeous areolas, like, how do you find the right woman? Well, you try them out. And it's fun, so you don't mind. But, like, the woman definitely fucking does, men. So, stop doing that. We don't want to be tried on. But, like, how then do you change dating apps so, like, people can actually be as insanely specific as they fucking are? Like, I don't even really like small nipples, but, like, big nipples on men are weird. But, like, if they're weird, they're a turnoff. And, like, I've seen girls' hoo-has, and, like, some of them are stunningly glorious, like Georgia O'Keeffe painting worthy. And then others are like, oh my God, why did I ever wonder whether or not transgender surgery was acceptable? Because, like, these women should clearly have the right to take that little dangly bit off. So who the fuck am I to judge transgender people ever? But dating preferences are another thing entirely. Oh, it's like the same thing as like when they ask you for full-length photos. They want a full-length photo of you because they want to judge your hip to waist ratio. They want something to masturbate to. They want to judge the book by the cover. So ladies, you should do the same. It will offend all the short men if ladies are like, yeah, I'm choosing my baby daddy. And, like, some men get too many children, and the short, ugly men don't get too many children. What the fuck are you trying to say? I'm saying ladies should have more choice in who fathers their children. Because they're judging us by our genitals and trying us out by lies of omission that they don't actually really want a relationship without seeing if you have a pretty pussy first. So, like, men send too many dick pics, right? Most of them are ugly, and the good men don't. Thank you, men. But, like, the ones with the most attractive ones aren't normally the ones sending the pics.